Resuming debate, the honourable member for Central Nova.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And let me begin by saying how pleased I am to rise and speak on Bill C-238, which my friend and colleague from Dartmouth-Cole Harbour has referred to as his bright idea. This bill is something important because it promotes a healthy environment and a strong economy at the same time, and it involves the development of a natural strategy for the safe disposal of lamps containing mercury. But before I begin my remarks, I wanted to thank the honourable member for his leadership on environmental issues. He's been an advocate for the environment within our caucus in Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada, in his community at large, and of course by virtue of this bill in this House as well. As many people already know in this House, the member was formerly a municipal councillor and deputy mayor of Halifax Regional Municipality, and his legacy as an environmental leader carries on to today from his time in that position. I wanted to thank him for his continued leadership on these issues, and he's even taken the opportunity to meet with individuals who live in my riding that are trying to promote environmental products and drive the economy that are outside of HRM, because he recognizes the benefit that it's going to have on our region and Atlantic Canada as a whole. Now, from every corner of the country, whether it's my friends in Joe Bat's Arm on Fogo Island or Tuktoyaktuk or Vancouver Island, Canadians, by and large, are trying to promote a healthier environment and combat climate change. Finding more energy-efficient options to household products is a great and easy place to start. And we've known for some time that energy-efficient compact fluorescent light bulbs, or CFLs, as many people know them, are easy and long-lasting way to cut down on the amount of energy that we use in our homes every day. For this reason, many of us have used CFLs over the years, and 75% of Canadians in large cities have at least one of these light bulbs in their home today. Canadians know that protecting the environment is important for our health and safety, but also, and as a new parent, for this health and safety of our children and our grandchildren as well. This is an important motivating factor, because when Canadians purchase energy and efficient lamps, they're doing something in a small way to improve the future for other generations. But what they may not be aware of is the proper process for disposing of these environmentally friendly products once they have them in their home is also very important. It's important because when it's not done correctly, these products can release toxic substances into our environment, and in particular, in this case, mercury, as many of the honourable members have pointed out in their remarks on this bill already. Now, mercury is actually a very useful substance. It appears in lots of consumer and commercial products. It's a great conductor of electricity. It reacts to temperature and pressure changes. That's why it's in everyone's thermometer. However, when products containing mercury are broken, or when they're disposed of in a landfill, as they often are today, the mercury can get into the environment and have an adverse impact on our ecosystems because it's highly toxic. Les produits les plus fragiles, comme les lampes fluorescentes, peuvent casser pendant le transport et rejeter de mercure dans l'air. L'EPA aux États-Unis estime que 3% de tout mercure contenu dans les lampes fluorescentes jetées se retrouve dans l'atmosphère suite au transport d'un site d'élimination. Si un produit qui contient de mercure finit dans un site d'élimination, le mercure peut s'infiltrer dans le sol à terre ou être rejeté dans l'atmosphère. Si les déchets qui contiennent de mercure sont incinérés, les quantités de mercure rejetées dans l'atmosphère peuvent être encore plus pires. Sans mesure de lutte contre la pollution, presque tout le mercure contenu dans les déchets entre dans un incinérateur sera rejeté dans l'air. Les meilleurs moyens d'empêcher le rejet de mercure dans l'environnement est de recycler correctement les lampes au lieu de les jeter au hors-d'œuvre. Improving public awareness about the need for safe disposal and recycling of used lamps is very important. Canadians want to know how to best deal with these products, and they want to know that their government is taking steps to reduce these risks. As one of my colleagues from the NDP pointed out, we're not always doing it now because we don't know and we're not made to. But municipalities and industry have taken early action. Many cities have already implemented specific collection programs, and some have incorporated them into household hazardous waste programs. In BC, Manitoba, Quebec, and PEI, manufacturers and importers are subject to extended producer responsibility regulations and are required to join or implement programs to collect and recycle lamps containing mercury at the end of their life cycle. In Ontario, manufacturers and importers take part in voluntary take-back programs for these kinds of lamps. This all being said, too many Canadians still dispose of mercury-containing lamps in the garbage simply because they don't know that they contain this harmful substance, or they don't understand the importance of safely disposing of these products. In addition, many environmentally sound recycling options are not readily available at this time. And this is precisely the purpose of this bill. It calls on the Minister of Environment and Climate Change to work with different stakeholders and partners to develop and implement a national strategy on the safe disposal of these lamps. The strategy is going to encourage concerted action by the federal government as well as other jurisdictions and stakeholders to shine a light, pun intended, Mr. Speaker, on this important issue. Increasing public awareness can lead to actions that are going to reduce the harmful impacts of releasing mercury into the atmosphere. Now, the Minister is not able to do this without the help of others. We need the provinces, territories, municipal governments and communities all to have a role to play if we're going to make something happen here. In addition to environmental groups and industry, which are specifically listed in the bill, we need to collaborate on the safe disposal of mercury with our Indigenous communities as well. A careful study of the provisions of this bill are going to ensure that the national strategy can build on and not simply duplicate work that's already being done in some of the provinces and territories where some progress has been made in diverting this toxic substance from our landfills. This bill is going to provide an opportunity for all jurisdiction and interested stakeholders to work together to develop this national strategy aimed at safely managing these lamps at the end of their life. The proper end-of-life management of these lamps will allow us to benefit from their energy efficiency qualities without compromising the environment. In addition, Mr. Speaker, there's a serious economic impact. I know a few members have mentioned the company Danex in the honourable member from Dartmouth-Cole Harbour's riding. This is a perfect example of how the environment and the economy can work together and promote one another at the same time. If there's an environmental problem like the unsafe disposal of mercury in our landfills, there's companies that will actually create new jobs in turning this what's currently treated as a waste product into a value-added product that can be injected back into the economy. This is new money that's currently literally being thrown into the garbage that's going to result in more jobs for Central Nova, for Dartmouth-Cole Harbour, and for every riding across this country if we implement a proper national strategy. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to be supporting the honourable member's bright idea and would ask that the committee carefully review the provisions of the bill to ensure that we can all work together with every interested party and stakeholder to make this national strategy as effective as it can be. I know the residents of my riding and my region are all going to be better off if they can enjoy a cleaner environment, healthier, greater public health, and more jobs for our region. We're all doing what we can to protect the natural beauty of our wonderful country, and we want to for generations to come, and this bill helps, at least in a small way, to make a difference for the environment at home. Thank you kindly, Mr. Speaker.